Hi, this is Drew Rozell, and if you're watching this video, I'm guessing that you're interested in addressing that question of, hey, what would it be like to create an extra $100,000 this year in 2009? And what if that only took 15 minutes a day to do that? What would that really require of you? What would that really be like? And if you notice in the background here, I have a picture of a beach. And this is actually a shot from a beach in Costa Rica where Karen and I honeymoon. And it's kind of a symbolic thing for me because it's a lovely private beach. It was just a great place to hang out, and it's one of those places that represents peace and serenity and abundance to me. So what this is really about, what this process is really about, like I said, doesn't have to cost you a penny. It just requires practice and a deliberate practice. And that deliberate practice is about spending time, here's where the 15 minutes come in, that 15 minutes every morning, right after you wake up, and finding a place in your home or apartment or wherever you live, a quiet corner that is really relegated just for this duty. And here's a picture in my office where I do this. You can see I got my morning coffee next to the chair, and on the chair I have my iPod and a pair of headphones, and those are kind of optional, but I like to sit and listen to some meditation kind of music or different audios that I have that kind of relax me. And I also have the wave maker machine that you can see on the right hand side of the picture on the little white desk. You don't necessarily need that, but it's a great improvement if you have one. So I sit in this chair and I sit for 15 minutes. And what I allow myself to do is to connect to the feelings of what I want to create. And if we're talking about money here, and we're talking about $100,000, $50,000, $2 million, whatever it is that you connect to, underneath that, there's probably a feeling of freedom. That's what you really want, is a feeling of freedom. And if you can allow yourself to begin to connect to those pictures in your mind and the feelings that they elicit within you, then that is your work. That's what I encourage you to practice for 15 minutes every day. And when you go into this place, it's not about solving problems or coming up with solutions. It's tapping into that emotional response and kind of basking in that feeling place. And so for me, one of the images that comes to mind around freedom is that beach in Costa Rica. So I think of that. And I also think of how much I enjoy camping in the Adirondacks or having a lake home. And so that image pops in my mind, and I'm able to just kind of bask in the freedom of that, of being on a kayak or a canoe and waking up and listening to loons. That's my idea of freedom. Obviously, you're going to have a different one. And I notice skiing. I love to ski, and to me that's a feeling of freedom. It represents freedom to me, and I know that I love picturing myself in places that get a lot of great snow. That allows me to wake up in the morning with that feeling of excitement that I'm going to go hit the slopes that day. I just love that feeling. And I would really love to create a terrific ski house somewhere, so where I could wake up on a powder day and just hit the mountain. Like, to me, that's what freedom is all about. And so it's about connecting to all these different areas of life. Your wealth, what represents freedom, what represents relationships. So I consciously picture my relationship with my wife, and I think what I want that to feel like and how much better I want that to feel in different areas. And you do that with clients and work. I like to picture my phone ringing and people contacting me and what that feels like, how much I enjoy that. I'm not a big networker or salesperson. I like to do what I do, create, and have people show up who resonate with what I do. And so it's about taking these 15 minutes and connecting to the images of what it is you desire, whether that is a new home, or whether that is a new vehicle that you really resonate with, it's not about getting in there again and trying to figure out how to create this money, or to create these relationships, or to create these material objects. It's just about getting in the space, the mental space of what it would feel like to have these things in your life. And if you take 15 minutes a day to do this in the beginning of each day, my guess is that you will begin to see things occur in your life in ways that you cannot expect. So I can give you this information, and I can tell you about taking 15 minutes every morning and what the conscious practice is. And some people, I think, listening to this, no doubt, will probably begin to engage in that behavior. Other people will probably have great intentions about it, like anything that begins the new year. And as days go by, without support and without a conscious practice, I would guess that that's going to fall by the wayside. I don't mean to be a cynic about it. It's just kind of the way things happen. And so I want to at least put a pitch out there for the Very Cool Life Network 2009 that I've created. And this is a group of like-minded people who want to be conscious about their thoughts, and who realize that that's the greatest of all the investments that you can make, especially nowadays, that's the greatest investment that you can make is in directing your thoughts about how you want your relationship to be, how you want your body to be, how you want your money to be, and really getting out of your own way in those conflicting intentions, that conditioning and those negative thoughts that befell us all. And in a community, you have that support of like-minded people and connection. And we'll be meeting both through conference calls, so you can be anywhere in the world, but also through a community site, which is much like Facebook in terms of being able to connect with privately with a group of people. And so I welcome you. This group starts January 5th, 2009. So it's not far away. Again, I think it's a great investment for people who are ready to take charge of their life and take charge of their thoughts in a very different way, in a very supportive environment with a professional coach as well to help you see those unconscious conditioned blocks that you have and remove those. So no one needs it. You can do this on your own to some degree, but I think the investment will pay off in a year. I want people to look back at 2009, a year from now, and say, wow, I'm really glad I did that, because look at all the things that I've created in my life. So if this is something that piques your interest, that you're interested in, or hey, you're ready to register for, you can just go to my site, evolutioncoaching.com, and you'll see right on the home page there that there's a link on the right-hand side that will give you all the information and to register. Or if you have any questions, you can also contact me at 518-642-3111. That's 518-642-3111. Feel free to. I'm happy to talk about it. In any case, I do hope that you will take on this practice of taking 15 minutes for yourself every morning to connect at a feeling level to the things that you really want to create in your life. It's the best thing you can do. All right, over and out. Have a great 2009, and we'll talk to you later.